Oh, lovely. Okay. Beautiful. Excuse me. Alright then. Hello, gentlemen. How are you? Warden says his Well, that's a thing. Alrighty then. Oh, wait a minute. I should probably...
Of all the...
Oh, blast it.
Yes.
Indeed.
There we go.
Orzammar lies this way, no? They make golems in such a place, do they not?
All the Darkspawn are fleeing the underground, and we are going there.
Look at all these people hawking their wares. It's almost like a little city.
Almost.
You need me?
Ooh, I got an item. What item did I get? No clue. Lovely.
Your command?
Dwarf, dwarf, dwarf. Ooh, Farron, there he is. Hey, buddy.
Step right, maker's breath. Oh, beg your pardon, friend. You, startled me a bit.
We're looking for a Kunari sword.
Kun what? I'm sorry, I don't know what that...
Where is my sword?
I don't know what you mean, sir.
Just kill him, Stin. We can search his
I
belongings.
don't have it. I swear by Andraste's knickers. I sold it on the way here.
That's awfully convenient.
It's true. Maker, please, you have to believe me. If I had it, I'd give it to you. I sold it to a dwarf in Redcliffe, name of Dwin.
Dwin. You know we'll be back, right?
I'm not, I promise you.
We'll see.
I like to see your wares.
Oh, certainly.
Boop, 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 boop. So you have a Kunari sword, you just don't have my Kunari sword. Convenient. Ooh, Arrow of Filth. That's interesting. Chevalier's gloves. Nice. Let's see. So Sten. Equipped. A pup steak. 4 attack, 4 armor. Alright.
Good-looking Mabari you have there.
Good boy. His name is a pup steak.
The Mabari is the king of dogs. Respect him and he will be your closest companion, and your most loyal defender.
You seem to know a lot about the Mabari.
I was chosen by a Mabari myself years ago. I was one of the Ash Warriors, under the command of the old King Merrick. We laid down our lives for the king and for freedom, and my beloved Valder paid the ultimate price. Nothing was the same after that.
What do you mean?
They say a Mabari bonds with his human, but they often leave out that the bond goes both ways. No other Mabari could have taken his place. What is an Ash Warrior without his hound? There was nothing for me there anymore, and so I left.
That's harsh. Ferelden needs her fighting men.
Look at me. I'm an old man. There is no place for me on the battlefield. I know about the Blight, and were I but 10 years younger, I would fight. But my time has passed.
And I wish you well.
Wait a moment. Perhaps there is something I can do to help. You must know about Kadas, the paint we use to create patterns on the fur of the Mabari.
Yes, what about it?
I know some old patterns from a generation ago. I can teach them to you in exchange for some coin.
Sure, show me. motherfucker. Gossip, gossip. Ooh, apprentice.
What can I do for you?
I have a note from your master.
This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Okay.
Why are you here?
What do you mean?
Women are priests, or merchants, or artisans, or farmers. None of those have any place fighting.
I have no idea how to answer this.
It is not done. There is no more to it.
Do you mean your people have no female mages or warriors?
Of course not. Why would our women wish to be men?
What are you talking about? They don't wish to be men.
They shouldn't. That can only lead to frustration.
Stan. No, never mind. Let's drop this.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
You live on the surface?
Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzamar's lifeline, even if we're denied a caste. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock the Norseman?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
Actually,
Best of luck to you.
do you sell anything?
Again, I'm flattered by your interest, great lord.
Okay. Dwarf. Alright.
Yes?
Let's get you over there.
Ready.
You have some kind of problem.
I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Regulars.
Oh? What was this about?
I'm here to bring you in. I hear you're still supposed to go.
How sad it is to see a Grey Warden manipulated. But I have no time to straighten this out for you. Men, let's teach the Grey Warden a lesson about trust.
Diana. Alright, guild supplies. Frost shear. Plus 10% cold damage. Okay. Let's go to Soldier's Peak. remember correctly, this is where the storage chest is.
And here we are. Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
How did you find that path on your own?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. It came to me in my dreams. When I was a lad, I tried going through the tunnel by myself. Got horribly lost. But every now and again since, I've dreamt of it.
Why didn't you mention this before?
I didn't want you to think I was some moon-addled simpleton. I've me wits about me. But enough of that. I'll follow you, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Some people call this place the Lost Peak. Before King Merrick's decree, the last Grey Wardens of Ferelden lived here. I just got chills.
As you wish.
Camp. Oh yeah, he's got poison weapon. That's right. Hang on. Bodan.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Let me see your wares, my good boy.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Let's see. Firebolt. So that. Okay. Any bombs? I do. Alright then. Lovely. Downstairs still needs a ring. Liana, Upstate, Wynn, Morgan, Sten, Zevran. Need a ring. One armor penetration.
Enchantment?
Oh, some enchantment.
Enchantment!
Lovely. Let us shy. Silverite root. Frost rune, Tweel Murrow, spell resistance. Morgan.
Indeed.
Alistair.
Yes.
Sorry. The fuck? Ah, okay. Boop. Let's give her better herbalism. And let's give her Tempest.
Hey.
All set.
Hey. Hey. I don't remember what's. It's demons, right? That's what's here?
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted.
The veil is thin here. The circle tower was that way too.
The Veil?
As it separates from Fade and
Demons? Thank Andraste you came, Warden. After you.
Lovely. And I was right. Yeah, it is demons. And these guys are gonna get up.
Let's get started.
Ancient history. Learn more about the history of Soldier's Peak. The Grey Warden base at Soldier's Peak was built in the middle of the Glory Age, several decades after the Second Flight was ended. Before then, the Grey Wardens in Ferelden would take up residence in castles and forts that belonged to generous nobles. Warden Commander Gaspar Asturian desired a fortified headquarters where his forces could train and live. He planned that Soldier's Peak would be a city unto itself. The defeat of the Darkspot and the Archdemon Zazekel was fresh in the minds of Ferelden people, and many were willing to donate gold to build Commander Orestian's fortress. Soldier's Peak was fully completed within 10 years and dedicated to the Maker in 934 glory. Neat. Huh, they didn't get up. That's weird. Oh, there we are. Let's see.
Time for a little cleanup.
Harland skeleton. Jesus, that's a lot. is a little town. Huh, neat. Wait, what? Arland's Lord. Interesting. Okay, so 324. Okay, that's good. Okay. Yeah. Damn it.
This should be easy enough.
Ooh. Neat. Keep. Oh, that would have not done anything anyways. Okay.
Right.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens.
Avernus?
Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
King Arland was a tyrant?
Not much is known of King Arland. The War of Succession that followed his death, now that was a piece of work. Lasted nearly a decade, and almost burned Denerim and the palace to the ground. Loads of history was lost, but maybe there's answers to that inside. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
Lead on, my friend. Post reads, on these grounds, Virtue's men stood against a tyrant. They stood defiant and stood for freedom, and they died. Read the names of the fallen. Captain Mello, the Black Ferret, Chair Thrower Lopez, Sir Derek Overlay, and Jason the Longbow. Alon the Quibbler, Sir Cartography Martyr, David the Silent, Dustin the Colorblind, Ebinger of the Bovine Brethren, Farrell the Feral, Sir Graham the Untiring, and Jason Sons de Argonas. Langley the Nefarious, Lucky Lacuna, Mad Dog Smeadows, Matthias the Bloody, Gierk the Vile Priest, Melissa the Magical Malefactor, Ohm the Stretched, and Packrat Derskin, Sergeant Red Morrison, Santos the Silent Scimitar, Vitriolic Eric, Weak Eye Santos, and Wellborn the Exhaustive Fire. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, you motherfuckers. On with this.
Watch for the demon!
The hell are you doing? Alright. Damn it.
Let's get started.
Ooh, no. Plea from Commander Athlar. Soldier's Peak is more than we bargained for. There is sinister magic at work here. The men are seeing things and cannot tell the nightmares from reality. The fallen return to life and to attack again and again, and we are assaulted by dark creatures the like of which I have never seen. Whoever is responsible is intent on destroying us all. The King's army and the Grey Wardens both. Send help. We cannot last much longer.
Right. Let's get started.
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
Ready.
Another note. Letter from Ban Lafayan Wolf. All Round and his entire family have been slaughtered, even the children. The Round line is no more, and the Arling belongs to the crown for now. Arlen believed that Round was plotting against them. Round criticized the king's spending on the winter scent. That is all. It was an idle word, spoken out of turn. Sorry. An idle word, spoken out of turn. The king goes too far. His brain is filled with madness and clings to the ground like a drowning man clutches at a straw. Sophia, I beg you, help us. If nothing is done, more will suffer. Your humble servant, Wolf. Ooh, journeyman silver right here.
Let's get started.
Ooh, another garnet. Archivist. Health poultice. Archivist's book. Book is badly burned. You can make out a word here and there, and that is all.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned.
Rebellion is against everything Wardens stand
But
for.
Sophia must have had her reasons. The Wardens are heroes. Some injustices just can't be ignored.
The arms against the king jeopardizes our neutrality.
How's that different from what you're doing with Tairn Loghain?
The The Blight changed everything. We do what we must to win.
You lead a harder life than I.
History of the Soldier's Peak, Chapter 2. As he approached his 60th year, rumors swirled that the corruption in Warden Commander Asturian's blood was beginning to take its toll. According to reports from that time, the commander experienced terrifying waking dreams and heard his name whispered from the dark corners of Soldier's Peak. It is said that Asturian would spend hours locked up alone in the great hall of the base, muttering to himself, though no one was ever able to make out what he was saying. Many believe that Asturian began, in secret, to draw up plans to expand his fortress, adding to it hidden passages and alcoves, all to protect himself from the shadows that pursued him. No one knows whether Asturian was able to complete his project, for his deterioration has become obvious to anyone who spent any amount of time with him. He was quickly replaced by Warden Commander Frida Hallwick. Asturian was taken to the Orzammar, where he submitted to the calling, the last rite of the Wardens, and went to his death with honor. Awaken if they're trapped there unwillingly. The fact that it just cut off suddenly is very unnerving.
Make them pay for every inch, men! Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Andraste's blood! What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes! Press them! Press them now!
Oh dear.
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
Avernus!
What just happened? Oh no, more fighting.
Oh, Jesus.
wardens summoned demons. Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew.
Wardens don't forbid blood magic. Anything that takes
I
away.
believed that my family was better than that. But answers may lay up ahead.
I agree. What the hell is this? Okay. Looks like there's nothing in this. Okay.
Let's get started. Like
Oh, hello.
It is done.
There we go. Ooh, raspberry jam. What the fuck? Okay. After Asturian's death, the rumors and theories became increasingly outlandish. One of the more ridiculous rumors told of Asturian's infatuation with an elven princess of lore, whom he was trying to resurrect in a secret ritual chamber through the use of blood magic, and the priestess's favorite food, raspberry jam. Mage Commander Frida Holland launched a thorough investigation into Asturian's secret plans, but was unable to uncover any evidence that anything soldiers speak had ever changed. Commander Holland declared that the rumors about Asturian were a slight on his memory, that anyone found repeating them would be harshly punished, that the stories were thus silenced. That's fucking weird. What the hell? Oh shit.
Step no further!
Oh shit.
Get this annoyance away from me! This one would speak with you.
Who or what are you?
This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal.
I'm afraid that your great-great-grandmother is possessed.
That, or she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
Why should I trust a demon?
What is one woman-child compared to your might? Strike me down if my terms offend. A fool this one would be to betray the Warden.
Anything of the real Sophia left inside you?
This one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden places. But she is food for this one. No more, no less.
Tell me about this
You
deal.
can't be serious. There's nothing left of Commander Dryden. She's possessed.
Your fledgling should mind its place. Meek, subservient, quiet. This one will answer your question. The Soldier's Peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Dryden's memories. This one would see the world herself. For me to be free, into the old mage tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons, no more enemies. Your peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world.
What about Sophia?
This one knows all. but will only talk after the tower lies broken.
Before I make a deal.
Yes.
What do I get?
Your kind likes gold, yes? This one knows of all hidden places. If you help, this knowledge is yours.
Let's see.
You get your gold and nothing else, whelp of the Wardens. The levy gets no questions, no answers.
I wouldn't have you deal with her or it on my account.
You know what? No.
Then you are useless to this one. Die!
But for the king.
I wonder, does this work? Lovely. Let's heal Alice there.
Let's make this quick.
On it. Let's get started.
I shall.
Ooh, crossbow. Oh, that reminds me. Boop. 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 I don't need to steal during combat, not yet at least. Song of Courage. Attack damage and critical chance. Stamina regeneration. Party bonuses to mana or stamina regeneration. Ooh. That song does not cannot move or make any other actions while singing. Boop, boop, boop. What level is she? Level 10. Okay.
This should be easy enough.
Ooh. Warden Commander set. Wait, what? Wait, hang on. Warden Commander armor. Warden Commander gloves. Warden Commander boots. Blighted Warden Commander armor. Ooh. Warden Tower Shield. Ooh. Ooh. That is 5 more defense. Plus Constitution. Give that to isn't iron. Yeah, that's kind of shit, though. That's pretty good, though. Mage Commander boots, gloves, Commander armor. Take all that.
Right.
Sophia Dryden's journal. It is done. The nobles have thrown their lot in with Arlen. Arlen, the snot-nosed man-child, who did not walk until he was in his 5th year. Arlen, who had pried off his nerdmaid's breast not 2 years ago, or so it is whispered. The Terrans and the Arls believe him to be a simpleton, and easily led, but I have seen something in the boy's eye, and it terrifies me. I have seen the summer day processions from a room high in Fort Dracon. The regent has me for treason, when my only guilt is being true to my country and my heart. My guard's tongue was easily loosened with a gift of a ruby ring, and I am told that the bonds are fighting against my sentence. I shall pray but not hope that I will be anything but the gallows for me. The draught was like bitter fire, but I survived. Weep for me, for I survived. Would that they had made a clean end for me. I should have died a lady, the greatest of the Drytons, not lived to become this nothing, this monstrous nothing. Enough, I shall waste no more time with wretched womanish lamentations. Death would have been easy, but fate saw fit to spare me, and I will seize upon this chance. The Grey Wardens are an army, and the old commander is weak, a wisp of a man, and I will inspire the Wardens. Arlen will rue the day he spared my life. You know what, let's talk to our boy, Levy.
I can't believe my great-great-grandmother was still alive. Well, sort of alive, sort of dead. I need a drink.
You know what? No, that's fair.
Crap, right ahead. Right ahead.
Trap is genuinely kind of amazing. appears to be old research of the Mage of Ernest, a detailed series of experiments in terse clinical handling.
Day 32. The subject is not responding to the stimuli. Testing the pain threshold has uncovered nothing. Only 3 subjects are left. Day 82. If only I could reproduce last night's extraordinary success. Electricity is only a catalyst. The blood is the key. Day 97. Energy and blood. Repeated applications have duplicated the results. I conjecture that success can be induced alchemically. But there are no more subjects left. If only I had 1 more, or a dozen. The things I could do.
Book. Vertus's notes. The taint allows us to sense the dark spot. The longer we survive with the taint in our blood, the more potent it becomes. Unfortunately, this corruption will eventually overwhelm the Warden. Over time, it devours both mind and body, leaving nothing. But what if the spread of the corruption could be stopped or contained in some way, where the Warden could become more powerful without having that power kill him? How great would that power be? Would it be enough to stop the demons? The joining ritual is crude. We take into ourselves the blood of the dark spot in the most obvious way. Most die from the corruption immediately. It is, after all, poison. There must be some way to refine the joining, isolate the true power that is found in darkspawn blood, and leave behind the evil that kills us. I feel the corruption is starting to take its toll on my body. I must not succumb. There is too much work to be done. Through my magic, I've been able to slow its inevitable spread, but not stop it completely. I am starting to hear things, even while awake. A voice more beautiful than any other that calls to me from the depths. In my dreams, I see the Black City and I'm drawn toward it. There is something there, an answer to what this taint is, the taint that we share with the Darkspawn. Promises. Drink it. Pain, but there's power in this pain, and a new understanding. We have access to new abilities. Ooh, you don't say. Diabolist. Mage, sympathizer. Crafty. Master Warden. Took advantage of Avernus's research. Warden's Keep. Completed the golem. Oh yeah. Alright, game. Hey buddy, how you doing?
I hear you. Don't disrupt my concentration. Even now, the demons seek to replenish their numbers. Are you to thank for this welcomed but temporary imbalance?
The old Warden Mage? You're still alive?
Only just. I have only a short time left.
Careful. This man has dabbled in matters forbidden by the Maker. He may look frail, but don't trust him.
So the Maker told you that, did he? Short-sighted men have forbidden my research, not any god. Enough. Why are you here? What is your intent?
So, I'm here to recover the Grey Warden's base.
An admirable goal. But in order to achieve this, the demons must be cut off forever. Agreed. This must be the first priority. The only priority.
I've seen your experiments.
They were necessary. Any tool, any iota of information that could defeat the fell demons was justified.
As a warden, you should know that.
Necessary. Having to relieve yourself after an 8-hour ride is necessary. But there's no excuse for summoning demons.
Charming.
How do you know I'm a warden?
A combination of my research and blood magic. But even without that, who else would brave Soldier's Peak?
I want some answers.
To what questions, I wonder? Ask.
How have you survived all these years?
The Chantry foolishly forbids blood magic, but there are so many secrets to uncover. As my body decayed, I found ways to extend it. But that can only go so far.
What is the purpose of your experiments?
To stop the demonic tide, to correct the miscalculations of the past. Blood magic comes from demons. They could counter every bit of law I knew. But the Darkspawn taint, that is alien to them. And it has power.
What power?
The Wardens use it merely to sense Darkspawn. A triviality. My research has discovered so much more, hinted at even greater heights. This knowledge could not only save Soldier's Peak, with it the Wardens could grow even more powerful.
This is no better. This is wrong. You're no better than the demons.
I have done what I must. But let me undo my greatest of mistakes. Let me cleanse this place. Then I will accept whatever justice you feel I merit.
Can you teach me what you've learned?
You've already read my research. But in time, with the proper materials, I could learn so much more.
I want to ask something else.
Yes?
Tell me about what happened here.
What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead, as is all our noble co-conspirators and the Grand Rebellion. Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she, too, is no more.
How is Arland a tyrant?
He ruled with fear and poison, his treachery pit noble against noble in terrible battle. We thought him a monster. We gathered allies to rebel. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? It seemed so pressing then. But the kingdom lives on.
What happened to the rebellion?
Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only go so far. So we met with Tyrn Kuzland. With him on our side, we had a chance of victory. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped.
You practiced blood magic on the nobles?
Of course, to nudge people to keep our secrets safe. Sophia should have let me nudge harder. Her scruples were her undoing. Perhaps, but it was survival. For months, I prepared the summoning circles, researched the darkest depths of the Fade. That moment was a triumph of demonic law. Dozens of demons, called by my hand. But, with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable. Ugh. I was so close.
Commander Dryden,
She gave the order. I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under Wardens can true magical research continue. A chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter.
You do remember how that ended, the Black City, Darkspawn?
Chantry lies told to subjugate the mages, to keep them docile.
How do you know Chantry is wrong?
And how do you know they are right? Their faith would have you swallow a great deal for small comfort.
I want to ask about something else.
Yes?
Master Mage, sir, My family name has been worth less than dirt for over a century. Do you have any proof that Sophia was a hero?
The boy who braved the mists. So you heeded my call. And you are a Dryden. The cosmos has a sense of humor.
Your call?
He was but a boy when he entered the tunnels below the peak. His heart pure, his character certain. In dreams, I gave him the keys he would need. He would be my deliverance.
Can you answer Levi's question?
Your great-great-grandmother was the best of us. Brave, charismatic, fiery, utterly devoted to the fight. But still we lost. We fought against a tyrant, you know, so full of vigor then, so blind to consequence. But proof? There's none to be had.
I'm sorry, Levy.
I had hoped. But thank you, Warden.
Time for questions is over.
So be it. My only request, if justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand until the demons are dealt with.
The demons must be stopped now.
We must go to the Great Hall. There, I will repair the damage I caused so long ago. There will be peril. The demons will fight us every step of the way. Come.
Okay. Corpse. History of Soldiers Peak, Chapter 4. There was one mystery, however, that persisted, and this mere mystery perplexed even Commander Hallwick herself. When Commander Asturian went to his calling in the Deep Roads, he did not have in his hand his sword, Asturian's Might, forged for him by dwarven smiths that presented him upon the completion of Soldiers Peak, nor did he pass the sword on to his successor or to any other Grey Warden. While some maintain that Asturian had simply destroyed the sword in his dotage, others believed he had stashed it somewhere in Soldier's Peak. One young warden claimed that Asturian had once grabbed him by the shoulders, fixed him with an unwavering gaze, and said, "The sword will remind you what it is to be a warden. Speak your oath to me when the shadows come. You must speak the words." What that was meant to mean was never made clear. Is there a statue of him somewhere? Wasn't there a statue in the, in like the...
Hey.
Fuck. There was a statue of him in the... Hang on. Okay. I'm pretty sure there was a statue of him in like the main courtyard or something.
Let's get started. This should be...
We must act quickly. The demons are clawing on the gates. The veil must be closed.
What do I do?
I will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them. I will begin. First, I must summon the magical energies. I feel them. They're coming.
Let's see. You over there. You over there.
Of course.
God damn it. What the hell did I say? Get over there. Huh. Okay.
Make us breath!
You know what? Fuck it, let's do this. Not terrible.
Watch for the demons.
Ash.
Is that all you got?
Actually, oh, fuck. You can fuck that up.
Show me what you got.
Okay. Ooh, desired even. 3.5 gold. Lovely.
It's over. The veil is strong now. Stronger, at least. I said I'd submit to judgment. And so I shall. Can I be left to experiment in peace?
Research ways to help the wardens, ethically.
With what time I have left, I will do this. It may take months or years for my research to reach fruition. When it does, I will send for you. Thank you for this, Warden.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer Avernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but people will do queer things to survive. But if he does the proper research, without the sacrifices and blood magic and all, maybe he'll turn up something good. But there was no proof to redeem my family.
Let's see. Past won't offer redemption. Try the future instead.
For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers. But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again.
Let's see. Where will you go?
I might use the peak as a base of operations. So many bandits about, but none would dare come here. Nice place to store trade goods. You, of course, will get a sizable discount.
Looks like we're done here. A demonic invasion thwarted, a warden base safely rescued. We do good work.
Okay.
Once my family comes, I might have some merchandise you could buy. Might tidy the place up a bit too. Well, my nephews will.
Well, my nephews will. Ah, historian's portrait. One bidding, maybe recite the Grey Warden's oath. Historian's stash. Let's see, Shadow Belt. Master Cold Ironer. Ooh, weakens nearby Darkspawn. That's pretty dang good. Come on. There we go. Okay. Well, that didn't last very long. Boop. Oh, you cannot travel this time. Alright then.
Let's get started.
Huh. Okay then.
Something on your mind?
I have questions.
Of course.
Never mind. Let's see. Voting.
If there's anything I can do for you, Please, please, tell me.
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Lovely. Let's see. Sten. Ah, right, he's... Firebolts. Winter's Breath. What does Radiate's Cold mean? Morgan. Okay. Zevran. Okay. Zevi. Give you that. Oh, wait a minute. Morgan. Shit, okay. Let's see. Trail. Alistair. Plus 50 stamina. You need strength. Not Commander's Plate. One Commander Gloves. Ah, fuck. God damn it. Why do the boots require more strength than the chest piece? That's just fucking weird. 2 strength. Shit, I'm gonna have to pump that up. Mage Commander armor. That's pretty good. Alright. Ooh, I got a level up. Now let's get this to 40. Power of Blood. Self-inflicted wound lets the mages draw from the power of tainted blood, rapidly regenerating a significant amount of mana, but mage's untainted blood becomes a weapon, casting the caster's health slightly but inflicting spirit damage on the target. Darkspawn targets suffer additional. Ooh. You know what? Let's go with ice. I'm gonna get the Winter's Grasp. Winter's Breath. Actually. 5, 7. Willpower, spell power, fire, and spirit damage. You know what? No. I'll keep the Staff of the Magister Lord.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out. I'm
wares,
sure you'll be
Bowhead.
pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright. Where is it? Alright. Let's go with fire. Let's see, get rid of that. And then all of these are AoEs. Lovely. Separare, let's go.
I've a question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Does your oath expire then?
Not precisely. I said I would serve you until you saw fit to release me. One simply assumes that once your Grey Warden business is finished, you would have no need of an assassin to follow you about. Am I wrong?
I could always use a friend.
Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Nice.
What say you?
I want to discuss, or to care to ask some questions.
By all means.
What does it take to become an assassin?
Well, the Crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training. The sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is the desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
It doesn't take any special skill?
I don't know about that. It's simply a slightly different skill set from your average killer, as I see it. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
Sounds like it could be useful.
See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the Crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
Alright. Zebby boy.
What say you?
Can you teach others to be an assassin?
I could teach others, but not yourself. First, I would need someone who has training as a rogue. That is, unless you would care to spend the years it takes to gain the fundamentals. But, if there should be such a person who desires this training, yes, by all means, send them to me. The Crows are already furious, no? I shall enjoy tweaking their nose further.
Who is this voice actor? I think I've heard that before.
What say you?
Answer some questions.
By all means.
Why did you want to leave the Crows exactly?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin after all is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
So you're bored?
I don't know that I would put it precisely that way. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The Crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
That is rough. That system works?
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. It gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
What is it that you fancy exactly?
I fancy many things. I fancy things that are beautiful, and things that are strong. I fancy things that are dangerous and exciting. Would you be offended if I said I fancied you?
No, but you needn't bother.
Ah, that's too bad. I do so enjoy it when I get to be flirty. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
Let's see. Won't the crows eventually find you?
Eventually can be a very, very long time, if one plays one's cards right. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
I don't know why I found that amusing. Oh no.
What say you?
Can I answer some questions?
By all means.
You actually enjoy being an assassin?
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
No, you're probably right.
I often find myself the instrument of fate, ending these lives for one necessity or another. I console myself with the notion that most of them had it coming. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed, the pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
I enjoy violence myself.
You enjoy getting the blood flowing, whether it is yours or others? Yes, I know the type. There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules, oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
Don't you have any other skills?
None that I wouldn't get into trouble for performing publicly. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point, very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
Savvy boy.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
How about your adventures?
My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
I meant your time as a crow.
You mean you want to hear about the grueling training? Being locked in an oubliette for weeks at a time? The slavery? The festering injuries? Or are we seeking something more glamorous?
Was it really so terrible?
Oh, those things never happened to me. Let's see, my second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
The crows are willing to anger the Circle of Major?
In Antiva, nobody is too important to escape the reach of the Crows. They've killed kings and queens. That is simply how it is. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
After killing her, anyhow.
Yes, but not on purpose, actually. The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
That's a shame.
At first, yes. Well, not upset. Surprised is really a better word. Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The circle of Magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
Let's see. Except for the mage.
I suppose, but she was dead. She didn't need to be happy. It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
Fair enough, I suppose. Wise lesson to learn.
And one that not everyone learns, I'm sad to say. But that's enough tale spinning from me for the moment. Talking about the mage has made me a bit nostalgic, I'm afraid. Ah, the good old days.
Zevi boy.
What say you? By all means.
Tell me about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
And it has assassins. Don't you want to go back?
It's not really a matter of wanting to go back. I cannot go. At least not yet. I hail from the glorious Antiva City, home to the Royal Palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva City. Do you come from someplace comparable?
My mother was better than any gem.
You have me there, indeed. I, for one, can make no such claim, as I never laid eyes on the woman. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
That's kind of euphemism.
It may as well be, but not this once, no.
Kiki.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else.
Sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend the little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship. Ah, but I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
No, your home is still there, Zevran.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not.
Let's see. Everyone makes mistakes.
Even Grey Wardens who spare the lives of assassins? Understood. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Fair enough.
What say you?
Can I answer some questions?
By all means.
Tell me about your adventure.
Again? Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once.
That sounds like fun.
Haha, you have rather macabre tastes, I see. I like that. Let's see, how about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Azrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts?
You killed the prince?
Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Azrin was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocel from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Azrin once and for all. I was in one of those cells.
Is this sort of thing common in Antiva?
Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the Crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? This means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
What did you do?
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
Ooh. You got robbed by urchins?
I had to find my way back to the safe house, bruised and naked, and thankful to be alive. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Zevran.
What say you?
Can I answer some questions?
By all means.
Let's move on. I'll ask about his adventures later.
What say you?
I want to discuss something personal.
This should be good. What would you like to discuss?
Oh, never mind. Oh no, please tell me my game isn't crashing. Oh god.